Okay, y'all, I'm doing some Runick Ishizu, and I know this video is like way late, and you guys have already probably seen a million deck profiles for it, but I'm making one anyway, because I can. I'm gonna be real and say that I actually prefer Runick Sprite to this. I think that the Ishizu cards are probably going to be much better when we get tier in the game, but for now, this is an option. It is viable. You do have some extra negate options with it, and yeah, let's get into it. First off, we got 2 Herald of Green Light. If your opponent activates, or when your opponent activates a spell card, quick effect, you can send this card and one other fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard. Negate the activation if you do destroy it. Herald of Orange Light is the same thing, but this is for monster effects. Then we got that 3 Maxi. And then we move into our first Ishizu card, which is 2 of Keldo the Sacred Protector. You can discard 1 Earth Fairy monster, special summon this card from your hand, add an exchange to the spirit, or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Quick effect, banish this card from your field or graveyard, target 3 cards in either graveyard, or up to 5 if exchange of the spirit is on your field or in the graveyard. Shuffle them into the deck. You can only use each effect of Keldo Sacred Protector once per turn. So one of the reasons this is better than regular Runick is it is pretty good against the mirror match. One of the things you can do is, let's say your opponent tries to resolve their Runick Fountain, like their field spell. You can target those 3 targets, shuffle them back into the deck, or like 2 of the targets in another card, and then they're not going to be able to get their shuffle and draw effect. So it's disruption, and a lot of things that are good in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are graveyard effects. So being able to disrupt graveyard effects, pretty good. Next we have Medora the Sword Oracle. Discard 1 Earth Fairy monster, special summon this card from your hand. Then you can place 1 Gravekeeper's Trap from your deck face up in your spell and trap card zone. Quick effect, banish this card from your field or graveyard. Target up to 3 cards in any graveyards, or up to 5 if exchange with the spirit is on your field or in your graveyard. Shuffle them into the deck. You can only use each effect of Medora the Sword Oracle once per turn. I know some people run 2, I like 1. 2 Kelbeck is next. So if Kelbeck is sent from your hand or deck to your... Sorry, if cards are sent from your hand or deck, your... Oh, I fucked this effect up. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. If a card is sent from the hand or deck to your opponent's graveyard, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. Special summon this card from your hand, then return that monster to the hand. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. Each player sends the top 5 cards of their deck to the graveyard or their entire deck if less than 5. If exchange of the spirit is in your graveyard, you can set 1 trap from your graveyard. You can only use each effect of Kelbeck the Ancient Vanguard once per turn. And then we have 2 Agido the Ancient Sentinel. If a card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card, then you can special summon 1 level 4 Earth Fairy monster from your graveyard, except Agido. If this card is sent from your hand or deck to their graveyard, you can activate this effect. Each player sends the top 5 cards of their deck to the graveyard, or their entire deck if less than 5. Then if exchange of the spirit is in the graveyard, you can send 5 more cards from the top of either player's deck to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Agido once per turn. So some people don't like running exchange of the spirit. I tried it with and without. I honestly think with is better personally. Exchange of the spirit. Yeah, that's... No, that's not it. There it is. So what you would do is you just cut the 1 upstart and you put the exchange in. Personally, I think you should play it, even if it is kind of dead sometimes. I do think it is worth it, just for the additional mill effect. Being able to send 5 more is pretty sweet. Just milling out 10 kind of is amazing, especially for Runick. Next we have 3 Runick Fountain, 1 Runick Allure, 3 Runick Tip, 3 Runick Flashing Fire, 2 Runick Destruction, 2 Runick Freezing Curse, 2 Runick Slumber, 3 Runick Smithing Storm, 3 Runick Golden Droplet, 2 Runick Dispelling, and then of course our 1 Exchange of the Spirit. And if you want to make this deck a little more negate heavy or a little more anti-meta heavy, you can cut a Smithing Storm and a Droplet and board in something else instead. I've seen some people still playing Nibiru in this, or some people playing the Lava Golem, or even some people playing Evenly Matched to go second better, basically. Or some people playing some of the other Ishizu cards. Like that one fairy that can summon himself. There's just options. There's also stuff you can play that when they're milled, you can do other things with them, like some of the Lightsworn cards. But personally, I like having the extra Runick stuff since my goal is not really to summon monsters, but to deck my opponent out. I just want as many copies as I can for consistency, and if you dead draw multiple copies, you can always discard one for the effect of Runick Wings, which brings us to the extra deck. 3 Runick Wings. 3 Hugin the Runick Wings, 1 Moonin the Runick Wings, 3 Jerry the Runick Fangs, 1 Minerva the Exalted Lightsworn. Sometimes you can make a rank 4, and this card has a mill effect, and it's decent. 1 Zeus, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 2 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Asa the Earth Charmer, 1 Dark the Dark Charmer, and 1 Nightmare Unicorn, rounding out our deck profile. And I hope you guys enjoyed this short deck profile, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.